What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of our esports review, and this time we are going to be taking a look at Pop's Bacon Time going up against Saigon Phantom. And of course we are going to be mainly reviewing this because this is not going to be just a super action-packed game from what I've seen so far, but also because we have SGP Bangg, which is one of the most hyped junglers in Vietnam currently, okay? Many people are saying he is on the same level as Team Flash's ADC, and he is on Fennik, guys, okay? And we have seen a lot of very good junglers in this tournament so far absolutely tear the opposition apart with their Fenniks. And here we can see SGP is instantly engaging onto this Laville, and I don't think he will get away. Yup, Bangg gets his first blood on his little Fennik there, so he is super happy already. And that is definitely not a good sign for Bacon Time, but that Zephyr's ult is gonna surely secure that Malok kill, and it does, but the support ends up dropping as well, and Zephyr's as well, so they get a Kha'Zix and Zephyr's kill, and it seems like Bronze V is able to follow up all the way from downtown, from that Slayer lane, with his Omen, and is able to secure another Laville kill for SGP here. Very, very well played by SGP right now. They're only 200 gold ahead despite being ahead 3 kills, which is very, very interesting. I'm sure they missed some waves there. And that Roxie, she just sprints all of a sudden, uses her ult, and they are able to pick up that kill. Very well played by Roxie. And yeah, super exciting game already, very action-packed as I said, and again that Fennik, we cannot underestimate him. And of course, to round out SGP's roster, they have 2 warrior side laners, Omen and Richter. Marja in the mid lane, we'll see if she will go full tank like that other Marja from Mad, or if she's gonna go a little bit more magic damage focused. She seems to be building onto that Gaia's already, but again, a lot of magic damage coming out from Bacon Time, so it is a good pickup, first item. And then we have Malok as a support on the side of SGP. Meanwhile, on the side of Bacon Time, we have that Laville, as I already mentioned, Kha'Zix, Raz, Zephyr's, and Roxie. And that Malok ult hits the spot beautifully and is able to knock up a lot of people, but to no avail, because Bacon Time is completely able to come back into this game by not only killing the enemy mid laner but also their jungler. And again, that Fennik dying is not good for SGP here. They are able to get that dragon now on the side of Bacon Time. They are gonna push this bot lane out, and they are just gonna happily clear their jungle as well, get another wave for this beautiful Laville. Mimarks just cleared out his mid lane on his Raz there, and he is making his way down to the bottom, and they are going to try to dive these enemies. Richter is able to just block the Laville ult with his S2, so there is nothing happening out of that rotation, unfortunately for Bacon Time. Fortunately for SGP, of course, they're definitely winning this rotation game so far. They're able to clear these mid lane waves first, able to get a hold of that vision first, and that just puts so much pressure onto the enemies. Because imagine playing from the enemy side, you don't know what's going on in the river, the enemies have the vision, you don't, but they are able to just rotate top and try to kill this Roxie. Are they able to? No, they are not. She is healing so much. That is why you have to auto-attack as a Roxie. She auto-attacks, puts the mark onto the enemy, and they keep chasing her through her fire, and at that point she just heals so much back with that passive. That is just such a nice interaction on that hero, and Nongti able to use it perfectly there to his advantage and able to get away. Very well played. He decided actually to go for the Endless Cycle. Usually we see Roxie with that desperate duel so far in this tournament, but he decided to say, okay, whatever, man, I'm just going Endless Cycle, you have to or you lose the game. Meanwhile, Bronze V on his Omen has that desperate duel, so the Endless Cycle advantage will be in Bacon's favor here, and that it seems like both teams are putting their junglers, mid laners to that bottom lane And we'll see, there will be, of course, that dragon will be contested by both teams. First one did go to Pop's Bacon Time. We'll see if the second one will go to them as well, or if SGP will be able to secure it. They're already starting it though, and that Fennik burns it down very quickly. He has to watch out for that Krizix pull though, but he can just dodge it with his S2. So he should be fine, he is fine, he gets that dragon, Lavil ult already used. Ooh, beautiful combo by that Raz, is able to S1 onto them, then flicker behind them and push them into his team. If that, if that S2 hit, they might have been able to chase that Marja with that slow. Of course, a 90% slow on that Raz S2 is pretty potent to chase the enemies. But yeah, they are not able to get the dragon, but they're able to get that kill, which puts them 1.5k gold into the lead here. And they are going to hammer away on that tower. Richter doesn't even try to defend it. He could have tried, he doesn't have his ult, never mind then. He cannot do anything then. I'm sure if he had his ult, he would have just tried to suicide for that wave so they can't get that tower. But they are able to get it, further solidifying their lead to a 2,000 gold lead. And now this is very much in Bacon's favor here so far, okay? Also, the late game is definitely in Bacon's favor because a Fennik against a Lavil late game, come on. There is no, that is no contest, okay? Lavil wins that any day of the week. Very easily. Of course, this is way more damage late game. And yeah, we also have that zip with the Raz combo, is pretty sick too. We have that Marja, you know, Marja is a really strong late game hero. Richter, a lot of true damage coming out from the side of SGP late game, you know, Malok, Richter, Omen. That is really nice for them, but I still think that Lavil, you know, if that Richter cannot kill him, which he might try to, he is building onto a rank breaker. So we'll see. Very interesting by Lavil, by Fennik already, the Muramasa coming out. He goes deep. They all try to kill this Lavil, and if they can, they will win this team fight, and they are winning. They killed that Lavil, and they are winning the game right now. They are winning in this particular instance right now because they have the advantage right now with an Omen dead, but in turn the Lavil dead. They can just push these towers now. Raz gets caught very, very hard. I think he will die. Yes, he dies. Beautiful timing with that Malok S1 right after that Arctic Orb, and no counterplay left there. Malok doing a lot of damage with his S1. Oh my god, the Fennik dashes into the Lavil ult just barely before it was visible. Very unlucky. Honestly, really unlucky by that Fennik. And ends up dropping, uses Endless Cycle to go back to farming straight away. And yeah, that Malok really survived for a long time there, stalling. Very well played by him, but it was not enough. Because that Fennik just unfortunately got hit by that Lavil ult. I think that teamfight would have been completely won for SGP if the Lavil ult was a little bit later and Fennik would have kept his second ability ready, and then he can just roll through it and he will fizzle the ult while also dodging it, okay? That is something really strong you can do with all these, with L'Oreal, Liliana ult, all of these dodging abilities, you can do that, so that is really sick. He's really hyped, he's really good, so I'm sure he could have done that. Oh my god, this Roxie, look at how much she's healing without Desperate Duel too, and she's going for a full tank build, and she's building a second pair of boots. Not sure if that's a misclick or if she just wants the CC reduction while also getting the bonus armor and the damage reduction on auto attacks, because hey, that's good against Omen, that's good against Fennik. So I agree with her build so far. That's really hilarious. She has 2 boots and I agree with her build. That is really funny. But SGP is able to get a clean little comeback. They get a ton of kills, and this Malok support, man, is so strong, just doing so much damage. He gets a kill onto that Raz at the end as well, with his sprint there, running him down. And yeah, this Roxie is trying to get a return kill onto that Omen if she gets the ult onto him. Raz can follow up, but not able to get into range. Lavil just completed his very, very early Fafnirs. That is mainly because they have Omen, super tanky, Marja, super tanky, with that Gaias, of course Malok, full tank, and we have a tanky Richter as well. So that actually makes a ton of sense coming out of him. I want to see how much damage he will do with it, because I feel like a crit build is still going to be more with the Muramasa, but I might be wrong, we will see. Ooh, Raz gets ulted and is just getting thrown around and drops in the end to Fennik. And now Fennik is just going ham with his auto attacks, picks up that tower as well, and they are going so deep now. This is such a nice, exciting back and forth game. Super close by both teams here. And again, that Malok just has so much AoE damage. Look at this next cleave. Oh, so much damage coming through. And they are able to pick up another kill onto that Laville. Very well played. And now I have to say, Bacon Time is in a huge pinch. But still, they have the better late game, okay? Keep that in mind. Fennik is at his strongest point, I would say now. He does a ton of damage with his ult, with those crits, with his auto attacks, with a passive that has AoE crits on his auto attacks. So he is very nimble as well with his double S2. But he is gonna fall off late game a lot compared to Laville, which is just gonna keep scaling more and more. And Laville only has one crit item so far, and is building onto that Muramasa. Again, huge power spike incoming for Laville. So we can see that team fight again is just a lot of AoE damage on both teams clashing. Just so many impactful AoE skills on both teams. Malok cleave, Fennik ult, Fennik auto attacks, AoE auto attacks, Laville 3-person auto attacks, Krizik's pull, just a lot of AoE damage, Roxie, fire on the ground. Yeah, but SGP taking it so far. Richter ult, cannot forget that, the AoE true damage. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. They are pushing onto that bot lane tower. They get it. They will get this next tower very, very easily as well. Fennik can just walk up, auto attack it from pretty long range, and then just roll away when he is in harm's way. And yeah, this Roxie is able to just pick up that Malok though very easily with her ult, and they burn him down. And now it is a 5v4 because Malok just respawned, but he is still in the base, walking down. But SGP is still winning this so hard. Look at this Fennik damage and the Richter damage as well. Just so much AoE damage being laid on this Pops Bacon Time roster. They are able to defend that tier 3 tower though, and they didn't really lose anyone. They just dropped low. They were kind of lucky, got away, and now we will see the late game stage entering here. 13 minutes into the game, 11-12. We gotta love seeing these super action-packed games. Very, very exciting. 5k, 4.5k gold advantage for the side of Saigon Phantom right now. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. Because we of course have that Laville completing his Muramasa. He's building onto a Bow of Slaughter next, and that is gonna just skyrocket his damage into insane heights. And yeah, I don't know, we will see. Of course, I still on paper give it to Bacon Time for their late game, but these last 3 team fights I saw Richter just do so much damage with only a rank breaker and 2 tank items. And I'm beginning to think that this might be might be a pretty even late game in the end. But I still think Laville is just way too strong. So Zephys gets ulted by that Omen, but he doesn't care. He can still ult, he can still survive for a long time. Meanwhile, Laville is doing that damage, is gonna definitely pick up that kill. Yes, he does on that Malok. So pretty even trade. I mean, jungler for support is good, but at the same time, I feel like Malok is so strong right now that he might be more useful than that Zephys. But they decide to instantly start that Slayer with the punish on the enemy side being dead. You know, the Zephys with that punish being dead. They can easily just secure that. They have faith in Bangg, in his punishing abilities, because he is, of course, as I said, one of the most hyped junglers right now. He has still that Arctic Orb from the enchantment available. He is at 5 items, so if he wants to buy a next one, he will have to sell that. But I think what he will do is he will pre-order the Blade of Eternity, and he will just use the Arctic Orb, and then just while he's in Arctic Orb, he will buy the Blade of Eternity, and the enemies will get absolutely wrecked. Okay, that is exactly what I'm predicting here. And they are going on that Abyssal Dragon, the enraged one. 30 seconds ago it spawned, and they are already able to get it down. And now this Fennik has Arctic Orb, has the Dragon Revival buff, and he can just buy the Blade of Eternity right after, and 13k gold. I think he has enough to sell that Blade of Eternity afterwards and buy a Death Sickle. So this Fennik is not dying ever. You can throw all kinds of... You can throw nuclear weaponry on him, okay? At him. And he will not die, okay? He is so incredibly strong right now. There is nothing that can kill him. And he has a ton of damage to boot, because he has those 2 crit items, has that Muramasa, which is gonna juice his ultimate up. But Bacon Time is able to secure this kill onto Omen. He respawns with the Blade of Eternity. Now Richter going very deep, laying so much damage down. Fennik is pushing that bottom lane and is able to get a solo kill there, but he has that, as you saw, he used the Arctic Orb and instantly has that Blade of Eternity. But guys, I'm impressed. Bacon Time is able to fight back very well here. They have stellar team fighting right now, playing super well as a team, and are able to somehow, I mean, they're using some endless cycles here to stay in this game, but they're able to get, not really a comeback, but they're staying in the game without committing too much, you know? They didn't lose too many towers. They lost 1 tier 3 tower so far, which, considering the situation, with Fennik having so many revival abilities, is completely fine, okay? And yeah, now that Lavil ult completely misses its mark. I mean, not completely, it was very close, but still, nothing coming out of that. SGP still has their mid lane tower, their tier 1 mid lane tower. They only lost 1 tower so far in this game, 6k gold ahead, and there is another team fight. Omen ults that Roxie, but he doesn't want to. She is healing so much, but she drops in the end. Fennik comes in with his damage, does way too much. And now SGP is just completely winning this team fight, but Roxie already respawned, is already back in this team fight. And now, oh my god, that zip, that Krizik's pulling in everyone together, but they are just sustaining way too much damage here. Bacon Time just getting rolled in this team fight, not only using a couple endless cycles, but also dropping 2 of their members. 18 minutes into the game, very even kill score, 15 to 18, but everything else is completely lopsided in Saigon Phantom's favor. Not only do they have only 1 tower down on their side, they also have 4 dragons, 2, about to be 3 Dark Slayers, while the enemies only have a single dragon. No Dark Slayers, nothing. So that Omen picks up that Rock Shield as well, which is gonna make him so incredibly tanky, guys. That Rock Shield scales so well with Omen's S2. You pop that shield, right? And not only is it a half HP shield, it is also getting a ton of damage reduction with that Omen S2. So it is basically a 4 times health. 4 health bars of Omen you have to burn through when he has that damage reduction up with that shield. And yeah, we'll see if a Bacon Time is going to be able to get this comeback. Lavil just sold his boots for Gilligreaves because he's realizing he's getting CC'd for way too long here. He needs to be able to get away from the enemies to be able to use that Bow of Slaughter and lay down the auto attacks. And at that point, he has a decent amount, a decent chance of surviving this team fight. So I hope we'll see another comeback here coming in from Pop's Bacon Time, because it would be hilarious to see. And again, the late game is still theirs, and it is approaching levels where everyone is at full items anyway, so it doesn't matter anymore how much gold you are ahead on SGP's side. And we are definitely seeing all these full item builds coming out. Even Raz almost has a full item build now, and he is the one with almost the least gold. The Roxie actually has so little gold as well. That's very interesting to see. But all the summoner skills up for both teams, all their ultimates up. I'm sure endless cycles are mostly used up on both sides actually. a lot of kills on both sides. So yeah, this might be the very last team fight in this game. We'll see. Omen ults the Roxie again. He just keeps ulting that Roxie or that I don't know, he just keeps ulting tanks, but it's fine because they burn them down so quickly. And now that Malok ult goes deep, however, not really accomplishing too much. And now Lavil is able to clear that mid lane wave. Tower not down. Tower in top lane wave will definitely drop to that dragon. Not much they can do, but almost, yeah. I mean, their last tower is alive, but it's like 2 hits by the Fennik. And they are winning that team fight so far though. That Lavil is left alone and doing a ton of damage. Look at this. Now the Richter comes in, but it is way too late at this point. Lavil is doing so much damage, he completely overstepped. And he ends up dropping. Huge mistake there by Lavil. Very unfortunate. He was playing the teamfight very well, but Fennik rolls in and just has to attack the core. Once one more kill, is able to pick up that kill and gets the core down as well. Very well played by both teams. And we'll see here who gets the MVP. I'm sure Bangg will get the MVP here. He played a phenomenal round of Fennik. But we might, you know, they give the in-game MVP. The MVP, so he might, yeah, he had the most damage, probably least deaths, most kill participation, is able to pick up that 19k gold, guys. 19k gold on this Fennik. That is insane. 9-2 and 10, very well played. Very nice efforts by the enemies though as well. Definitely held on to the game a super long time, and we saw some really exciting team fights. But in the end, SGP dominating. Are able to win. Look at this full tank Marja still doing 28%. That is hilarious. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace out boys. Bye bye.